Hello and welcome to Black Amethyst Oracle. I'm Carmen. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you will stick around. I hope that you will, in 1, 2, or 3 of these readings, find some guidance, some insight, some words that resonate. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel supported. I'm looking into feminine divinity and goddess power messages for us right now. I expect all 3 of these readings will impact my life right now. I am calling on this specifically because I need to, and I can't be the only one. That's just all there is to it. I'm using snake medicine today. Transformation is always a factor in our lives. We are always going through changes, some bigger than others. At the time of recording, we are at 2/22/22. A huge deal in numerology. We're looking at the number 1. We're looking at a lot of synchronicity and a universal higher vibration for us today, a portal, if you will. And we're also in, at this moment of recording, Scorpio moon, which to me is all about the depths. The depths. I have a Scorpio moon, and feeling it all, getting in there for you. I have put together 3 groups here. I have snake jewelry for each and a stone or crystals for each, and I will, and sort of still, so you can get a closer view of those and sort of vibe out what you might like to watch. You're welcome to watch all 3. I would love your feedback. I've got an earring and a pin and a ring. You'll see them up close in a second. And I also have this hematoid quartz, this carnelian, and this black amethyst. So if you've seen me before, I use the stones and crystals for my own process, and you know, to me, that's where your energy is, and that's what I will refer to in the reading as our collective energy is within those rocks. Rocks hold memory, rocks hold energy, and objects as well. So these today are here to assist. I've chosen, I've shuffled and pulled a few oracles for each group, and those are under the decks that I intuitively chose to represent our reads. I don't know what the tarot's going to bring. I really don't. I'm kind of going in blind. I'm just sort of turning it over to the goddess. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm going to insert that still now. And I hope I haven't been too all over the place. I'm a little all over the place, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping by the end of all this, I'm grounded, I'm lifted, I'm 50 feet tall, you know what I mean? All right, and I hope you are too. Let's do this. Hello for the first group who chose the hematoid quartz and this 1/2 of a pair of snake earrings that I have. You know, I just want to reiterate that this, although I am trying to tap into feminine divinity and goddess energy, it doesn't necessarily mean this is for women only, exclusively. Like, I believe that there are messages for all of us within, and if I do sort of tie things into a way that feels like it's for women only, that's not my intention. So I just want to say that. Okay, so I want to put these oracles down, and this goddess card is the triple goddess, which is heavy, sort of Wiccan, neo-pagan tradition here. There's an overall witchiness here. And then we have the antler from the Hollow Valley deck of symbols. And from the Birds of Prey, this says forgive/forget nothing. And here we have a rune. This is Dagaz, and there's a butterfly on it. Okay. So as I was saying about the triple goddess, you know, this is like the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the three faces of anyone really. But here we're talking about sort of an archetype in many mythologies about all forms of being, all stages of life. Life stages is connected to moon phases. All of these being significant. This is about experience mattering all along the way. This is about birth, death, and rebirth, transformation. This vibe also gives Hecate vibe, which is a very witchy goddess who's associated with snakes, who we are obviously using today here. And I just feel, just from the jump, this is a reading that is going to be about manifestation and power in your rebirth, and basically the acknowledgement of your experience and your life stages mattering at every point along the way. We have a tendency to move on from one stage of life, kind of look back in sort of embarrassment at some of the things. But, you know, I guess it's just really important for us to know that every step along the way is a piece of you and a part of you, and in a place that you were to get you where you are now. And it's not really going to serve you to dismiss that experience you have. It is it's a part of the value of what you know now. And then for this antler card, antlers are symbolic of growth, and you know, they are shed. They are about, and with the hourglass here, about time. To me, the antler brings to mind the stag, which I've talked about before. The stag being symbolic of experience as well, but also of grace and ascension, things with antlers reaching up to the heavens. This is maybe in Native American, I believe, beliefs, the stag is related to ascension, their antlers growing up toward the heavens and the stars. And so, you know, it's interesting to me that we're seeing echoed here in this card symbolic messages about the passage of time and the graceful antler, the significance of growth. And in this grace and ascension, your wisdom lies, period. Okay. In this growth and ascension, there's a certain reverence toward your own experience, a confidence, if you will, that, you know, you can have this in humility and still embrace the journey you've been on. I think that's the message coming through. And then to see this Dagaz rune here with the butterfly, another message of about transformation. But this is it's about enlightenment and awakening. This particular rune is about big change, not just small changes, like total transformation and also clarity, but also basically transforming consciousness. And we have, you know, the butterfly that undergoes such an incredible transformation from one being to another, essentially. And this card gives me death card energy. And not to mention there's the number 2, it is in the deck. I guess it's not written on this card. It's a 23, and that is 23 is our sex chromosome count. And it's just always felt like a magical number to me for that, for this mysterious genetic sort of quality that it has. Like there's this mystery inside of it, you know what I mean? And but also 23 breaks down to 5, and 5 is about change. And I mean, I feel called to just mention that I have a child who is has a genetic mutation. And you know, it's interesting how one small glitch in our cell division can create a whole different life for someone, you know. And this is out of our hands, and this is science, this is biology. But when we think about things in terms of spirituality, while there are things that are out of our hands in terms of like the way things unfold, there are definitely, you know, all the reactions that both we and others have to everything that is constantly happening, there is a certain amount of control. And one of the things that we can control, if we desire, is owning our experience, expressing agency over our wisdom. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we have a sovereign right at some point to be who we are, revel in our experiences to a degree. And, you know, it's not about going around and telling other people everything they need to know and, you know, how to live, etc. Everybody wants to do that, especially nowadays. But, you know, there's a gentle way to share your wisdom. There's a graceful way. That's what this card is telling me. That's what this butterfly is telling me as well. There's a beautiful way to be your incarnated new version of your wiser ascended self. This card, this is a completely intuitive deck. There's no book. I find it interesting because for a few reasons. For one, these are stiletto knives, which are much like daggers. The dagger is a symbol of death. I actually have, this is a dagger symbol. And so in that respect, I'm looking at, here we have 3, just as we have the triple goddess here, you know, and it's just, we have the stage that is severed, we have the stage that is fractured, and we have the stage that is whole. You know, we have to appreciate that we are coming in these forms, and that there are different stages of our lives, and some will be rougher than others. That's just growing pains. And then, you know, it's all leading to every bit of it leads to the transformations that we undergo. And then for forgiving and forgetting being written on here and nothing, I think there's just a quality of like, for me, you know, forgetting nothing more than anything, remembering who you are at all the stages, remembering that the young version, the old version, and the oldest version. And here's an interesting thought on that. You can remember your future. That's a witchy, it's a witchy thing to do. And I do not call myself a witch. I do not practice witchcraft in any traditional or categorized form. So when I call things witchy, you probably know what I mean. But there's definitely, however this resonates with you, a message about your ability to manifest is directly related to your ability to see your journey, see where you've been, but also where you're going. And not necessarily, it doesn't have to necessarily be in a prophetic way. You don't have to already know how your life will unfold. But what you can know is who you are in the center of all these lived experiences, these lived personas, if you will. There's ego death that we undergo many, many times. And I was just talking about this with a friend. How many times will we shed, like an antler, shed an ego in our quest to ascend? This is, you know, I'm saying it like casually, but it's big information that I'm pulling here. We need to almost embrace each opportunity for an ego death. They're often painful, very painful to experience, and yet so necessary, because you come out beautiful. You come out changed, and you come out wiser, and you come out a little closer with your own divinity. Who do you think gets you through? It's that connection inside of you. And there have been times in my life, maybe I've experienced while I was experiencing certain deaths, but there have been times where I felt disconnected. You know, I've heard a lot. This is another thing I'd like to say, because we're talking about ascension here. I've noticed a lot of people on the internet talking about their awakening. And the other day I was just like, which time was my awakening? Like, I've had so many earth-shattering deaths in my being that I just don't even know. And I was thinking about how there have been times in my life when I was utterly disconnected, and I knew it, and I had to find my way back to the light inside of me, and I had to find my way back to my guides. I knew they were there, but there was fog, there was confusion, and I was drowning myself in sort of a blurry ego, and it had to go. And in order for me to reconnect with who I am inside, regardless of what face I wear. And, you know, these are just ideas for you to sit and digest. But, you know, as far as like this awakening idea that I see going around, I personally, you know, it made me wonder. I was like, awakening? Like, I don't remember not ever being, for the most part, relatively awake, you know, as far as like, I was reading about third eye opening, and I was like, I don't remember it not being open, you know. So there's a lot going on out there, and there's a lot of influence, and there's a lot of information. And the problem with the internet now is everybody's an authority, or so they say. you know, and it's hard to know where to get your guidance and where to get your information. And I can't sit here and tell you that I'm the one, but I can share with you these sorts of ideas. And if it resonates for you, if you feel drawn to the things I say, then, you know, you can take that. It's my gift to you. I'm not asking for anything in return. So, you know, that said, I also see in this card the Three of Swords, which is another painful card. It's heartbreak and sorrow and sadness, but even more than that, release, which is a recurring theme. I actually just came across something brilliant about release today, and it hit me really hard. Release is not easy, and that is a definite, there's a definite correlation between release and growth. You know, when we go through these transformations, when we shed our antlers, when we get our wings, when we like grow gracefully and connect to our powers, there's something that falls away, and that's how the balance is maintained. And so sometimes we need to hear it, you know. On this card again, I said there's the word forgive and nothing. And I think that, you know, some people would argue like, oh, you're supposed to forgive everything. I I beg to differ that it is there's certain things that you needn't forgive. There are certain things that need to fall away from you. And it doesn't mean you have to hold on to them. You need to release them. But forgiveness and release, while related, aren't the same thing. And you can release that which doesn't serve you. You don't have to necessarily forgive. Like, that's just my opinion. But like, I don't feel that, you know, your grace is defined by your ability to allow other people's egos to, you know, shape you in such a way that makes you, your light, harder to find for yourself, like harder to define for yourself. So, you know, along the way, we're all human, and you will encounter people who are only out for themselves, and it's important to be aware of that. There's another important thing I need to stress here is this rune is about balancing opposites. It's about light and dark, and clarity and confusion, and it's about right and wrong. It's about balancing opposites. And I think that's exactly what I'm referring to, in that you know, some things have to go so that other things can come in. And it's delicate work. It's delicate work. And you rely on your, you know, your innermost wisdom that you have gained through your very own personal lived experience, which no one can tell you what that is. No one can tell you what you, in your perspective and in your every second of your life, only you have experienced. So I just feel, you know, I this is a really different kind of like reading to try to get into, but I'm just trying to shed some light on some ideas that are coming through, and hopefully those are significant to you in some way. I want to do some tarot about all this. Like, I want to see about getting into some questions around these messages. What are we doing? I wish I could do lives, and then I could ask the questions that, where do I want to put this? It's rough stuff, yo. All right. is this all like, I wonder if anybody even wants to hear this. Lately, I've been wondering how much time I'm investing in things that'll never, ever, ever reach the light of day or mean anything to anyone, you know, like but, you know, I'm just following my own truth, and, you know, I just to reflect a little bit on the cards I just showed, and what I sense from that is, like, there is a recurring theme between all of them. That is for definite, and I did not choose those. I shuffled them and pulled them, and you know, we wanted to talk about transformation. I wanted to talk about you know, messages coming through, and those are hopefully something someone can use. So let me just see, what does the wild, ooh, sorry, what does the wild, what is the wild feminine want to bring up for you right now? Goddess, what do you have? What's happening with this group, this hematoid quartz, this group of healers, this group of witches, this group of changers, this graceful group of ascendants? We have a Nine of Pentacles. So, you know, I want to say that this is a message about living your best life, and this is tied up with another feeling about taking space for yourself, taking freedom for yourself, finding freedom in the release that we were discussing, finding your footing, and it's occurring to me that you know, you are probably someone who is fairly self-sufficient, someone who has experience, someone who can get it done, someone who wants to enjoy life, the finer moments, the all the good that comes with being here. There's so much that is difficult about being here. It's important along the way that you're embracing the just even the idea of caring for your own self. And this isn't about self-care. This is about through your stages, like this triple goddess here, as you age, embrace with grace, you know? What does this group need to know about walking this path right now? What's happening in this journey right now for these people, for some of these people? The Toy Quartz group. What's happening right now in this journey? Ten of Cups. Are you feeling fulfilled? Are you feeling pretty good? Are you feeling a sense of peace for the most part, a sense of contentment for the most part? Are you feeling like you're in a pretty decent place? What's shifting right now? What's shifting now? What's shifting? What's coming up? Uh-oh. Sorry. I forgot I'm supposed to monitor these reactions. It's the death card. Change. So either something is on the verge of changing, or you feel a transformation coming on. I don't, the death can mean ending. That may or may not be true for you. I definitely feel there are a lot of endings happening right now. A lot of shifts in that department, like with just universally. A lot of old ways are going, and a lot of new ways are coming in. And you seem primed to face this, like there's no indication here. It will vary from person to person how intense this transformation period will be, but it seems to be right up here on the horizon, right could be happening. Like you may feel it right now, like when you feel a cold coming on and you feel that tingle in your nose, like you may feel that change coming right now. And I guess, I think a message from this reading so far is to take it as it comes, and to take your time with it. Take the time you need, and trust yourself. Trust yourself. You know things. You know yourself. You know yourself better than anyone. So you're gonna have to follow your own intuition, and it feels to me like this is a transformation that has to do with an awakening. And I say an awakening because, like I said, like I've been hearing all this, reading all this stuff, hearing all this stuff on the internet where people are like, I had this awakening. I just don't believe that there's one awakening. Like I said, I've wondered how many, which one. I think we go through many, many deaths, and seems like you're on the verge or beginning the process of one. So what can the people in this group expect coming out of this transformation to feel like? What's this transformation gonna feel coming out, emerging? The moon's flower. This deck calls it the moon's flower, and I honestly, I have tried to figure it out. I think it's just the moon. It's a deck from another country. So if it is the moon, then I would say that coming out, how beautiful that it would be the moon's flower. The moon meaning many things in tarot, but I would say that this is, I feel this has to do with you coming out of this particular death, this transformation, you coming into your own like higher intuition. Like the moon is a Neptune Pisces vibe, and it's just very intuitive. There's a lot of subconscious and instinctual information that the moon is holding for you. And like I said here with this the triple goddess, the three faces of the goddess, the three is it's a moon goddess thing. It's about the moon phases, and so for the moon to show up, I think the moon, the changing phases of the moon is just a reflection again on like this importance for you to like stand in your power, like stand in your, like this stag, like this Nine of Pentacles, stand in what you know. Feel confident about what you're learning. It can be scary moving forward into like energies that are more sure than before. It can be because you're like, am I full of shit? Like, but honestly, you are coming out more connected in this transition. And that is a beautiful thing, a beautiful emerging energy for you. What can this person do with this energy? What can this person do with this newfound connection to their own inner light, intuition? What can this person do with that? How will this benefit going forward? Three of Swords. You know what? Right here. This will get you through it. This will get you through the heartbreak. This will get you through the sorrows. This Three of Swords energy is loss, you know. It's also like remorse. So you're not going to be stuck in a questioning place where you're questioning the choices you've made, or like worried about regret. Like you're going to feel confident about the instinctive choices that you've made and the changes that you've made in your life to get you where you want to be, to get you to this satisfying, this is all good, this satisfying place, which it seems like you're there, but like you're just here on the verge of ascension, essentially. You have to remember, in times of pain, in times of sorrow, in times of fear, of letting go, of fear of release, of fear of facing pain, you know, you have to remember that everything you need is right in there in you, and it has come from your lived experience. It has come from your desire to know your own core and to know that power. So now when you know it, let it be there for you. Let it guide you. Let it guide you. It's hard. It's easier said than done. I've personally been in a lot of pain lately. I've been in a lot of pain most of my life, but I've been in a lot of pain lately. So it's an ongoing process, because one time you'll think you've gone through the worst thing you can go through. And let me tell you, life has a funny way of showing you it can do worse. And I'm not trying to be a downer, but I'm just saying, growing vividly, growing upwardly, growing inwardly, these are difficult transitions. Not everybody has the courage to undergo. So what else can I ask? Do we have any more messages for this person about life and things that are happening now? Any message about life and things that are happening now? Three of Cups. All right. Celebrate your good friends. Celebrate those connections. Celebrate the energy. Revel in that energy. This Three of Cups is bringing to mind this triple goddess, because I've seen so many cards with the Three of Cups with the three people celebrating on it, because it is a card about, like, you know, having fun and being with your friends and stuff. But I think what I'm really seeing right here is for you to honor the connections which bring you the most supportive energy in your actual growth. You're gonna, you know, when you gravitate toward people who also want the same thing, want to grow, and you want to share your ideas and have those deep conversations. Like, a lot of times Three of Cups is this light, like, party atmosphere kind of vibe. not for me right now. This is absolutely about, this is just about honoring the connections that facilitate your growth and support your growth. If you don't have any, I suspect they are coming in. It's never too late to bond. I have recognized that as you get older, you have fewer, often, friends than maybe at some other point in life, some other social, carefree time in life. We all get up there an adult, but like, it's never too late to find connections with people who also want to grow. And I think that's important for you. What else? God, for this person, what's happening? Let's talk about this growth. What's happening for this person? Justice. Okay. This is just about truth. This is a beautiful omen for balance and truth, and finding your way in that truth, and sticking to what you know to be true. Like, when in doubt, sometimes you don't have to do anything. But when you're not sure, when you're not sure what to do, when you're not sure how to be fair to yourself or to others, when you're not sure what is right, I guess, when you're just not sure what is right. Like, I think that for the most part, you do feel like you have a strong inner moral kind of compass, and like, you do kind of know what is right. This is Venus energy, I believe, and it's Libra, and there's balance, and there's love. I guess my message here in this card is, like, anytime you find yourself not knowing quite what to do, I don't know why that's what I'm getting for this card. That's what I'm doing, getting the messages right. You just need to seek inside for what you know to be true, and ask yourself, is this true to me? Do I think it's true? Do I feel it's true? What do I know about the truth of this? That may not make a lot of sense. I wish I could figure out how to say what I'm feeling. It seems to matter to you to do the right thing, and I think as long as you stay true to yourself, and like, don't worry about like what other people think, just know that you're doing what feels right by you and for you, then I'm not talking about being a selfish person. I just feel like there are a lot of people out to sabotage other people's ideas that they don't understand, for example. So if you're on the verge of something, if you want to do something that people aren't understanding, that's not your problem. That's, you just do you, basically. Do you. And I don't mean that in a selfish way at all. I mean in a truth way. I hope that made sense. All right. How about another message for this person about this growth and ascension and honoring your wisdom? This is a Hierophant. In this deck, it's called the Pope. It's another Venus. It's Taurus Venus right beside this Libra Venus. Those are the two signs ruled by Venus. There's a lot of love and beauty here. There's a lot of creativity. Hierophant's Taurus. I'm a Taurus. Libra is Justice. I'm Libra rising, and so I feel like I have a good relationship with the aspects of Venus, and so I feel called to just tell you that you know, in your creative expression, however that is, however that may be, you don't have to be a crafty person. You don't have to be you know, a talented chef or any kind of like creative thing. Like you don't have to be known for it. Doesn't have to be your deal. However, if you can find something creative, in that means so many things. Creative is not just art. And I say that as an artist. Like, creative is not just art. It's a way of life. It's a way of thinking. It has to do with manifesting. It has to do with making. It has to do with anything that you can make, you know, creative. Like, so like if you are, if there's a way, that a medium that calls to you, or that feels right to you, feels like home to you, feels true to you, that would be a good way for you to connect to your growth plan. That's, you know, Hierophant's about not just tradition, but it's also about the pursuit of that higher knowledge. Like, I think you want to ascend. I'm getting that this is someone who wants that wants the spiritual connection. Like you have to not only be aware of it, but you have to want it and consciously work on it, not just like block it and in the throes of the material world that we live in. So I guess a message here is to indulge creatively in your quest and thirst for knowledge about your own light and your own guidance, right? That's 5 and 3. Let's do a final word, a final message. About your strength. Spirit, tell me about this person's strength. Something you should remember about your strength. 3 of Wands. Something you should remember about your strength is that you can manifest. 3 of Wands is planning ahead and looking at the bigger picture. And it's about conceiving new ideas, you know, like getting them into being. It's manifestation. So I just feel really strongly here that, like, this is a really powerful reading. You have, look at these 3s. You have 3 3s. And look at, and these 2 really, this is really stable and really happy energy right here. But you also have, aside from 3 3s, you have 4 major arcana. That's large transitional support, you know, like, these are good ones. It's Justice, it's the Hierophant, it's the Moon and Death. I mean, I don't care what anyone says about death. Like, transformation is a big gift. These are great. So, like, you know, 3 of Wands, you can manifest. You to me, I'm seeing you're just well on your way to upgrade, to a spiritual upgrade. So anyway, that is where I will leave this, because I realize it's a little weird, but I just want to say that this was a pleasure. I feel it, you know, I don't know if I can communicate as well as I felt it communicated to me. I haven't slept well for several days, but I'm doing my best. And like I said in the intro, I need to pull down this energy too. I need it right now. So I'm taking all of these readings for myself today as well. And I'm really happy about where this is headed for you. Okay, so excellent. Take care. Hello to the second group, the carnelian. It's yummy. And then this pen with the two snakes. I'll put them right here. Okay, let's look at these oracles that I got. First off, for the goddess deck, I got, this is Isis, or Isis and Osiris. For our purposes, we're looking at Isis. Isis, an Egyptian moon goddess, the giver of all life, the goddess of medicine and wisdom. Here's the thing about her. She had, mythologically, a really crazy time. Her message is, you know, she's a goddess who, she could overcome death. However, she was not immune to the need to grieve. There was a lot of sadness in her life. She went through it, and she had to do that. So I think, just off the bat, I'm getting an energy of pain. Necessary pain, because grieving is a part of, unfortunately, loss, which is just prevalent in life. Like, we are constantly feeling that. And if people aren't, I don't know where they are, what planet they're on, what life they're living, like what kind of mortal they could possibly be. Like, loss and grief are a huge part of life. So I do feel a sense of this being related to a relationship or relationships. However, there could very well be someone struggling with actual, like, physical death, someone departed. But let's look into this some more. It feels heavy already. It feels strong, but going through it. You know what I mean? Okay. So from the Hollow Valley deck of symbols, you've got the river. And the river is about flow. That's very sort of obvious, right? And it's about changing. It's about the journey, not the destination. The river just flows. And when you release all, you know, expectations and wants and desires, not that you should not have those in your life, but when you just surrender to the flow of the great river of life, then, you know, we're dealing with the passage, the rites of passage. We're dealing with the growing pains, and we're dealing with the necessary cleansing and changes that occur in a life well lived. Do you understand? So, okay, let's look here. We have, this is Ewas, the rune, Nordic rune, and it has they've paired it with a horse, which is excellent, because Ewas is actually horse. And by the way, where did I put it? If you're interested in runes, this book, is it in the picture? By Freya Aswin this is Northern Mysteries and Magic. It's about runes and feminine powers. I haven't read it in a long time, but sometimes I like to refer to it when I'm looking at runes. But it also talks about well, it talks about feminine divinity and Norse mythology, but also just magic. At any rate, this rune card is about being led by your intuition and about trusting. Horses, when you're dealing with horses too, there's a lot of trust. You have to trust a creature that could stomp you. They're graceful, they're beautiful. There's a harmony and a loyalty attached to this rune and this card. And really, the thing that's coming through in relation to the other cards here, especially this Isis and Osiris one, is that this is about partnership and union, and it's about kind of symbiotic relationships. So there's already within these two cards a theme of what connections are about and doing for you, what the significance of these bonds that get us through this thing called life. Like, none of us is doing it alone, although we're born and die alone, and that's just a fact. We are not doing it alone, no matter how lonely we feel, no matter how alone we are at times. The truth of the matter is, in some way, shape, or form, we are forming partnerships. We are forming bonds. It can be with your pet. It can be with your lover. It can be with a family member, a parent, a child. It can be with a sister or brother. It can be with a friend. It can be with an acquaintance. It can be with a stranger on the internet. The point is, we are needing the reciprocity of relationships and the energy that we derive from collaboration and union is important for our own existence, essentially. This is from the Bird of Prey deck. It's a completely intuitive deck. There is no guidance for it. So for me, this is just my opportunity to go in. Okay, so this one has a dagger. It actually has several daggers across the top and a central dagger. And there's keys, and there's eyes, and there's lightning. This card is telling me that in the energy here, what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing an element of surprise. I'm seeing an element of, I'm seeing sadness. I'm seeing a beautiful sadness. I'm seeing a tragic sadness. I'm seeing something beautiful that could not be, or something beautiful in danger. I'm seeing a watched energy. I'm saying that I'm seeing a protected, guided, you are not alone, watched over energy. There is, if you are going through something, even if you can't feel it, you are being protected. You are being held from a place that you may not see or know yet. Maybe you do, maybe you are aware of, and I don't like to label anything like angels. Even saying guides is true. I say it, but it's, what do we call this intangible spirit? Like all of the labels are interesting to me, but at any rate, you are not alone. And even if you feel like you are utterly alone on earth, you are not. There is a presence with you, a presence, ancestral. I sense Honestly, I sense ancestral fighters, warriors, strength. I sense ancestral strength in your blood. You know, and I'm just realizing that this pin is the one that had 2 snakes, where the others were just 1. Yeah, this reading, you know, if you're not involved in a situation where there's pain around a connection, then this, I don't know that this will pan out for you. But it can, because you've probably felt pain before, and you may feel it in the future. So just take it how you like or don't. But I'm just getting a strong sense of this is like Shakespearean tragedy to me. So is this, really. Like, Isis has stories that are just painful, you know? And it's like, she's this beautiful goddess who has all this immense power, and like, death is nothing to her. But it's almost worse to feel, you know, you can't, to have to mourn, to have to grieve is sometimes feels worse than the death itself. Like, it can. And if you find yourself in an energy of not being strong enough, you know, I believe that it's important to remember that you're not alone, even if it's spiritually. And you may feel, I know for sure there have been times where you feel abandoned by your own higher powers or connectedness or God or whatever. Like, there are times when things feel so awful that you're like, how would life do this to me? And I think that the message in these cards too is that releasing and flowing on the river, just letting everything go and just floating is, you know, sometimes all you can do is surrender and trust in, you know, the fact that these things that actually have not killed us, which may be difficult at times when you're not sure if that's like how, you know, would be easier. Like, these things that have not destroyed us, I just saw the phoenix. You will rise. You will rise, because that's what we do. And you have the power within you to face all of this hard stuff. And it doesn't feel right, and it doesn't feel fair. And it's so tragic. And it's just, you know, it's just how it is sometimes. It really is. And I think sometimes with struggling, you just, you want to make sure you're not turning to substances to numb it, you know. Chances are when you're really down, the numbness comes on its own at some point. When you're tired of hurting, it comes. And the trick will be the rejuvenation. The trick will be the cleansing of that river that you've released everything into. The same river that you send your tragedy down and you release your pain into is the same waters that will wash over you and cleanse away this time and place. You won't always be in this time and place. You just won't. And it's hard to remember. I respect that. I understand. I'm going to move these over and leave them here for a little bit. But I I'm going to use the tarot. And with the last reading, I just kind of asked for messages, and I'll just take it as it comes. I'm just open to the Divine Mother. I'm open to Goddess Love. I'm open to Feminine Divinity. I'm open to that nurturing, sweet Creator. Okay, what kind of messages do we have for the Carnelian Collective, the group that chose these? What kind of message can we get started here? What's going on with this person? What's going on with these people in our group here? What's our collective energy? What's happening with us right now? Two of Pentacles. This particular card always makes me think about juggling the logistics of life, the practical concerns, the ups and downs of living and being here and making everything work. The patience involved with you know, waiting for things to be grounded, you know, after being grounded, or after being, you know, after the seeds are planted, waiting for the growth. It's very close to the beginning, but it is near the beginning, which isn't the worst thing. You know, this is like, maybe there has been a recent start, a new start to your physical life, like your actual, you know, routine and the things that you're used to in your life, and maybe people that were in your life. Trying to figure out how to do it, how to, I heard go on, like how, trying to figure out how to make it all work, how to do this. What's a message for us about this current energy for the Carnelian group? What's the message? What's another message about this energy right here? Okay, Five of Wands. Difficulty moving forward, you know, like this is like just facing a real challenge, a real coming up against something that doesn't feel right. Maybe even like friction and maybe even actual conflict in your surroundings, but definitely you may be experiencing, it could be internal conflict as well. It can be conflict around you, and it could be existential conflict. I get something that is in the something that is standing between you and your fire and your passion, like something that is keeping you from what you love. Okay, what's shifting? What's coming up with regard to this situation that doesn't look very fun? What's shifting? What's coming up in this energy? What's coming up in this energy? All right, Eight of Pentacles. All right, this is gaining a deeper understanding, you know, of how to do this. The question here is like, you're gonna figure it out, you know? Like, you just will, because you do. You will find grounding. You will be able to concentrate on a way forward. You will figure out a way forward and be able to focus on it. You may want to try, you may venture down a path of work. You know, we've got a beaver here. That's a really diligent work card. Earth is so grounded. I think I see that it's possible you may kind of dive into something in the practical realm, dive into something that like takes your focus and occupies your attention and will contribute to your own growth here in being here. You know, like, you're gonna find your way out of things that may be a little bit blocked or upset by finding a great distraction to a degree, you know. And then what else? Then what? How's it looking for our occupied beaver who's occupying themselves to just keep going, to just keep doing it, keep figuring it out and working on it? What's next? Queen of Pentacles, the heart here in this deck. Well, there you go. You know, look at all this earth. You are very much in your you know, regardless of being in feelings and being in thoughts, which I think is definitely happening, because any sort of mournful or grieving activity or a conscious effort to release, that all is contained. But you've already got 3 pentacles here. So there just seems to be a lot of message from Spirit for you around, you know, being grounded and how to move forward. And we've gone from here, this 2 sort of like juggling, to an 8 to a queen. Now the Queen of Pentacles is supportive and caring. It's security and protection. There's a sense for me here that you are working hard, and Spirit will provide you this support. Spirit is telling me that you are going to be rewarded with love. You know, and I don't mean that in a relationship. I just mean like abundance and a feeling of security. The Queen of Pentacles is a Capricorn card. It doesn't mean you have to have any Capricorn. However, Capricorn energy tells me that there will be reward for your stamina. Like, if you know, I know Capricorn's sea goat, but I always think of mountain goats. And like, if you look at mountain goats and the things they do, like, they can climb up these crazy vertical rock walls on the tiniest, I don't even know what you call them. Like, they're not ledges. I don't know how they do it. They have hooves. They don't even have fingers. It's amazing. It's amazing to me. And I think that this is Spirit saying, you've got it. You're going to be okay. You're going to be good. You're going to get some payoff for your hard work, and you're going to get some relief, and you're going to be able to feel confident and secure and sure of yourself. That is coming. And all you have to do is just find something to focus on. Find something you can do to occupy just one little part of you. If there's one little thing you can find to care to do, to occupy yourself, to distract from you know, this, like, whatever the conflict is in your life, if it's internal or external. So, can I have another message about the energy of what's to come, what the outlook is? Let's look at the outlook. It's only fair I get 5 up here. Let's see, because I did the last one just because those cards were smaller and they fit better, so I instinctually made 5. But here, coming up, outcome, not, you know, end all outcome. What's ahead? What lies ahead? Wheel of Fortune. You're gonna meet your destiny. You're gonna have some good luck. You know, you're gonna, like, things are gonna start to turn around. Things are gonna come back around to just as they always do. Things are always in flux, and like, things go up, things go down. You know, if you're having a hard time at one time, you have to remember you will come back into having a better time at another time. And you can also trust in divine timing. You can also trust in the lessons you're learning along the way, making you the person that you are and giving you the outcome that you are earning, you know? So, like, you know, Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, that's luck, that's lucky, you know? It has to do with good changes, and there's also a sense of spiritual connection there. So your destiny, you know, I think that you should feel safe to just remember to look forward in your life. You're here, look forward. What's another message? What's another message from Spirit for this group, for this energy? What's a message from Spirit for this carnelian? 10 of Cups. Hey, man. Do you know what the 10 of Cups means? That's the happy ending. And it's also, as far as relationships goes, it's like the relationship, you know, the one. This is about essentially the big thing about this 10 of Cups. It is being like super happy, and the happy ending, and a good and peaceful period, you know, like a good and peaceful arrival. Okay, I'm more inclined to say this, that something beautiful is coming in for you. And I don't, you know, let's look into that a little bit more. I can't, you know, I was gonna say I don't know what that is. Let's see, what is this 10 of Cups for you? What is this happy ending? What are you going to see? What is coming to you? What was the message about? What is this 10 of Cups message about? 7 of Cups. It's about what you're fantasizing about. It's about what you are wishing for. This is about, you know, it can be about illusions and, you know, like not being in touch with reality in a sense. But like, honestly, in the context of this question, I believe that, you know, your dreams, whatever your dream is right now, and I think you know what that is, you've got a dream that's coming true. That's what I'm seeing right here. I asked about your happy ending, and I asked what it was, and it's whatever it is that you're wishing for. Okay? Well, that's exciting. That's promising. That's like, you know, can I just say that sometimes if you're feeling down, everything is just a mindset, you know, and you just have to like, sometimes you just have to shift your perspective an inch, you know, and sometimes someone can help you do that. Sometimes the internet, sometimes TV, sometimes music, whatever it takes to help you do that. Having a conversation, getting out of the house, taking a walk, taking a hot bath, having a good cry, getting a good night's sleep, whatever it is it takes to get you to twist your perspective just a few degrees. And really all you really need is that optimism, you know? And I see that if you work on it, if you put in the effort, if it's what you want and you're willing to like trudge along through pain, through any sort of like blockage or conflict that you're having, like anything that you're wanting, like spirit's on your side, you know, like you're good. There's a sweetness, there's such a sweetness in the energy here, honestly. And I just want to say carnelian is such a wonderful, really passionate, revved up stone. Like it's really inspirational and fiery. So, you know, I have a feeling that something's fucking with your fire, and some, you know, and it could be a loss, could be, but don't you worry. You keep your head on. You keep your head chin up. You know. All right. Can I have another message for the carnelian people in this crazy little thing we have going on with this dance of life? Where are we now? Where are we going? What's another message for this carnelian group? Three of Swords. All right. There's pain. Yeah. If you're in pain, if you're experiencing sorrow, if you're experiencing grief, it may rear its ugly head. This is the message I'm getting. It may rear its ugly head. Here it is over, you know, this preoccupation and success reward. And I just want to say, like, you know, like I said with this, it comes and goes. Like you have good days and bad days, and you cannot, if you feel a setback, if something throws you off, if a memory drags you down, if something, if you just wake up and feel differently and feel sad, like that is normal. That is normal. It's to be expected. And I think what you need to do is just remember that. Remember that the ups come with the downs, and that even though you're on your way to this beautiful situation and all this loveliness, you're on your way there. But don't be surprised about setbacks. They are going to happen. They do happen. Let me get another one for that. Let's talk about this recurring pain. That's how I'm seeing it. Is you know, you'll think it's gone, and it might, like I said, rear its head. It might just kind of poke at you. It might hit you when you least expect it, is what I'm sensing. You may think you're fine, and then the next thing you know, you feel this pain. And from this situation, you know, not a new one. There's new ones later. Don't worry about that. That's just my experience talking, not spirit. So like, let's look at, you know, give me more about this, please. This Three of Swords, like, resurfacing, periodically resurfacing pain around this issue. What do we need to know about that? Okay, Four of Pentacles. This is just, you know, this is a message about holding on and being attached to something that you've invested in and something that you have felt comfortable with and wanted to keep, you know. I think I just need to say, like, it's just when you feel you've invested and you feel attached and you care about the outcome, and you know, You may have a guarded energy around letting go of this thing, whatever it was, you know. It's totally normal. I'm not going to tell you that you have to let go of that so that you don't get that. Like, I'm not going to say that. That's not what it is. It's absolutely just, this is just reinforcement to me that this mattered to you. Whatever this is, whatever this resurfacing pain is, this mattered to you. It's absolutely normal to feel tinges moving forward. Even when you're feeling better, it can come up, it can hit you in dreams. And let me tell you, like, if it's a love relationship that you're mourning, it's absolutely okay to keep feeling pain about it until one day you just don't. You're like, find something so good you forget all about so-and-so. That's a fact. And then, like, but if it's like a loss, if it's like a death loss that you're experiencing, that is absolutely, do you know, I mean, you don't ever have to stop having bursts, you know, outbursts of sadness and pain over missing someone. And I mean, that goes for either. But like, you know, I'm just trying to cover that this isn't necessarily romantic. Although there was a heavy feeling of romance. Okay. So I believe that's it. Let me get one more message about something else you need to know. Let me just get something else you need to know. Where are your strengths? What does Spirit want you to know about your strengths? What does Divine Mother want you to know about your strengths? The Sun. You're beautiful and you're joyful and you're radiant. You're powerful. You are warmth. You are good. You are illumination for people, for someone, for yourself even. Like you have a good energy. You have a warm, vibrant, radiant, glowing, life-giving, life-affirming energy that people will flock to. Like there's the, you know, when we speak of the sun, whole religions have been formed around the sun. The sun is the center of our universe, and the sun is very holy to me, personally. So this is really, like, in my mind, one of the best, if not the best possible card that you can get when it comes to describing your personality in any way. And here I was asking about your strengths. You're an illuminator. You're a joy spreader. You are an optimist, and you will prevail. You will outlast any darkness. You will. All right? I'm going to leave that there. I feel it. I hope you do too. Thank you so much. That was really beautiful for me. I hope it was for you too. I'm sitting here in the energy, so I needed that. I needed that. Thank you. Hello to the third group. It shows this black amethyst, sort of, what do you call that? Oh, whatever. And this black, I like to say it's a black mamba ring. Don't know what kind of snake it is. So these are the oracles. The last two readings were interesting. I'm so curious what this one will bring. Let's get these turned over. Sorry. Gotta get my mugwort going. Sorry. How unprofessional. That's why I get paid the big bucks, right? All right. Okay, first of all, I shuffled and got some a goddess card for each group. And this is, it's Morgan Le Fay, who is the queen goddess related to King Arthur. But in order to keep this about the goddess, it's Morgan. And I'm not sure how you really say that, what the Welsh or Celtic pronunciation would be. This is a warrior goddess. She controls fate and destiny. She has healing powers and prophecy, visions. She's capable of shape-shifting, and the message here with her is that, you contain healing magic. So I'm just from the start sensing a powerful energy. Powerful in that you are powerful. Okay. And then let's go to this Hollow Valley deck of symbols card. You got the crown, which is interesting considering I just said this is the queen goddess related to King Arthur, and then you have the crown. Crown being a symbol of victory and honor, reaching the top, this is an energy of being a leader, of dignity and completion. This is an energy of fighting and being the strongest and getting, and I don't mean that in a vain way. I just mean being someone who has done the fighting. You've done the fighting. You've fought a hard battle. You've been clever. You've been smart, and you're at the top. You've won your honor and position. Okay, and then for the rune card we have, I'm not sure how to say it, Ride Ho, and it has a whale, which is to me always fantastic animal. Whale being, connected to natural rhythms. Whales are enormous and gentle and largely intuitive and have an internal compass that they all, can you imagine swimming in the ocean? How do you even know where to go? They know where to go. It's amazing. I'm blown away by these creatures that we are treating so shitty. But anyway, yeah, this particular rune is as well about the natural rhythms and being in the right place at the right time, being on the right path. It's about the journey. I believe it means journey. I have this, I think I mentioned it in one of the other readings, but not all three. I should have just done it at the beginning. If you're interested in runes and Nordic mythology and magic, this book, Northern Mysteries of Magic, Runes and Feminine Powers by Freya Aswin, is an interesting one. I've had it for a really long time. I haven't read it in a while, but I do like to look back at the runes sometimes when I'm going to get into reading them, because it's not my strong suit. So, this is about the journey. It's about it's an action and movement card as well. Whales are always moving, but so there's definitely a quality of receiving. I just got a Joan of Arc vibe. there's definitely a quality of receiving the light from the source. There's a quality here in this energy of understanding where you're needed. There's you ever listen to whale songs? Like, it's one of the things that you'll see on like baby sound devices, you know, to soothe them. It's one of the most soothing sounds we have. It's amazing. So like, there's just a general vibe of a leader, someone you can trust, someone you can depend upon, someone who knows their stuff because they've earned it, and that's you. And now I'm going to turn over this. This is the bird of prey. Let me get this. This is a bird of prey oracle, and it is completely intuitive. There is no guide. It's all there. So I'm just going to tell you, it does say indestructible enlightenment. Yeah. Indestructible is right. This reading is for the people who are a force, a real force. But more than that, an enlightened force. Like I said here with this whale and this rhythm card, this is about knowing your purpose and knowing where to be. And if you don't feel that you do now, it feels like imminent that you will. You seem to be in your power to a degree. Like you seem to, you know, even in times of disconnection, it's important for you to know that you can feel, just like you can be a healthy person with a cold. You can be a healthy person with a stomachache or a head cold, and that doesn't mean you're not healthy anymore. It's just like, you know, I guess my point is, like, you can be a powerful person who doesn't always feel powerful, you know. I think the purpose of this reading for you is already telling me that it's okay to recognize your power and to try not to forget what lives in you. You have there's a very strong sense here of a desire to evolve and be, you know, as like to continue, even if you reach the top, even if you feel aware, even if you feel conscious, even if you feel, you know, like, you know, your purpose to an extent. Like, if any of us ever really just has one purpose, I don't know, but like, even if you have that, I sense that your hunger to keep evolving and to stand in that power and to, you know, okay, so like when you're certified to do something, any number of professions or careers or technical careers have this, and you have to keep your training up to keep your certification. Like I just got that sense that like there is never an end to your heart's desire to be your best and to go higher and to go higher and to go in your, like, kind of like it says here, in an indestructible force. Like your hunger to evolve and to be connected to your own divinity and your higher powers and your whatever you consider your source and spirit, that is a constant with you. You are a warrior, okay? So I'm going to kind of move these over and get into some tarot for some messages. That's what I've been doing. It's working out okay so far, I think. All right. Let's take a look here with the Black Amethyst group. This Black Mamba snake. You know Black Mama's Kobe, right? You know what I'm talking about? If you know, you know. It's not even important. It's the top of the game kind of vibe. I like snakes anyway. When I was growing up, the black snakes were the ones. I mean, there was a black snake that lived in my region that was poisonous. So that was the one we were like, ah, you know, stay away from that one. But I don't know that they really were poisonous. To be honest, I don't think they were. Now that I'm older and I know a few things about wildlife. And anyway, whatever. I'm just rambling while I clear these out. Speaking of clearing these out, let me call in this energy some more, because let me tell you, I like it. Give me the crown. Give me the crown. I have a crown tattooed on my face. It's a secret. I'll show you sometime. All right. This is that good leader, you know, though. This isn't that, like, egotistical, you know, lost touch with the little people kind of leader. This is like a truly gracious, you know who I just saw? And I know it's because maybe the card resembles her. I just saw Cate Blanchett. And, I mean, I'll just say, when I see her in films, I just think, wow, she is just like the epitome of the classic actress in our time, you know? Like, I guess what I'm saying is the vibe. I didn't have to explain all that to tell you that the vibe I feel, let me get that mugwort. The vibe I feel is really supreme. All right. Mother Goddess. Feminine Divinity. Nurturing Creator. You know, I haven't connected or learned a whole lot about Celtic mythology, but I feel like I need to, because it's in my, I have Celtic blood. Lots of us do, right? Celtic and Welsh. So I would like to know more. I've been told many, many years ago, I was told that, I was advised by another kind of psychic person that I should get into Celtic shamanism, which is not what I have done. But maybe I should. Maybe this is a wake up for me, because I've definitely explored other types of shamanism and other cultural ways, we'll say. But maybe I should learn more about that. Maybe you should too. So, Spirit, what can you tell us? What is happening with this person right now? What's happening in this energy for this person at this time? These people at this time. What kind of energy do we have going around right now? What's happening? Got a Three of Pentacles. So this is talking about finding practical solutions to, you know, making stuff happen. And also this is a very, very much a teamwork card, a collaboration card. And on top of that is definitely speaks to growth and how to do it. So for all that being said, I am with this beautiful pentacle. I know people have funny feelings about pentagrams, but, you know, there's a real sense of manifesting through combining energies. Like for me, I'm getting, you're in a prime position to collaborate with someone or others to make something new that is really productive or conducive to growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, maybe you and some friends have an idea, or a friend or a person, an acquaintance, or someone you don't even know that you've been talking to. I mean, a teacher, a student. Like, there's a collaborative energy. This is not just you, but this is someone who may call upon your power, may say that you could combine forces to create something bigger and better, a vision. I'm getting to create a vision, to fulfill a vision, and bring something new into being, something that is needed into being, something that is needed and wanted, something that could be wildly successful. That's what I'm getting. So you're in this like really cooperative energy. And when I say that, I think that's also speaking to the fact that I think you are in an energy of healing others, even if you don't know it or feel very necessarily capable at the moment. I'm getting that Spirit wants you to know you've got that in you, and it's there, and it's totally there. So recognize it. Okay. What else is going on? What else is going on with the people in this energy group right now? What kind of energy are we looking at? What's happening? Whoa, hello. We don't do that here. That was beautiful. It's the Empress. I'm letting it be. If it wants to come back, I'll take it. But, you know, I have my feelings about cards flipping over. And yes, that was a wild one. And it did a really beautiful flip. But come on. Another message from Spirit. Oh, this great. What's happening? Oh my goodness. What in the world was that? You know, I feel like I should take it. There's a 5 of Swords and a 3 of Wands. So, let me put it like this. 5 of Swords. And 3 of Wands. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords speaking about tension. Feeling attacked, you know, a defensiveness. 5 of Swords being a struggle. Maybe you're having a struggle. And the 3 of Wands with that, oh, I think you're struggling to realize your manifestation abilities at the moment. The 3 of Wands is about, it is about manifestation to me in many ways so much, but also it's about like looking at the bigger picture. Maybe you're just feeling, basically this is telling me a couple of things I'm getting. You could be feeling just blocked to your power right now for any number of reasons. You may be feeling blocked to your power. You may be feeling, just struggling with your own abilities to manifest what you need and want. Maybe that could be depression, I believe. Straight up. 5 of Swords making me feel that way today with this card here. I feel there is a block to being able to see the bigger picture. There's a block to being able to see the bigger picture right here because of some mental activity that's going on with you. What's going on with you? Can we see anything more about this? Spirit, do you have a message about what this is? What's this block? What's this difficulty right here that we're looking at. Why isn't our person, why aren't we, the Black Amethyst group, why are we having a bit of a struggle right now with realizing our power? The Hermit. This is speaking to the need to find the light within and search our souls. You know, the Hermit is Virgo energy. Not that you have to have Virgo, but the Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is your mental. And again, that's just screaming to me like you just have a need right now to sort of be at one with yourself. Seek solitude, rest, turn inward. Like, I don't mean go into full-on shutdown, block everybody and everything out mode. I just mean like take the necessary steps or time to look within yourself. I'm getting meditation, and I'll be honest with you, I've never been able to really meditate. My mind is too busy, and I've been recently wanting to figure that out and learn more about it, because I think that's the problem. If I could calm my mind down, maybe I would do better. My Mercury's in Aries, so it's really just kind of like aggravated, and so I just think I just get here that like this block to like what you're able to do, you know, and it may be affecting your ability to feel like this was true for you, that you can collaborate with someone. It's just as simple as, I mean, not to downplay it, but I think it's really just as simple as you need to go within and really take care of yourself. Nobody, ask the Virgos about taking care of themselves, you know, like, that's, you know, the Virgos want to like talk to their plants and take the bath and put the salt, you know, put the bath salts in the water and smell good and, you know, be fresh, you know. I think you need that. All right. So what is coming up? What is an emerging, shifting energy for this group? Emerging. What energy is shifting here right now? What's emerging? Got the Five of Pentacles. All right. So I think in the context of this question, your hard times, and you may be feeling alone. You may be feeling you may be having like financial difficulties. You may be feeling left behind. I'm getting some of you may be feeling left behind by someone or something that was a source of security for you, whether that was a relationship or a money situation. It feels like you are kind of being left in the smoke, left in the dust of something that felt stable, and it's left you in a bit of a like a lack mentality and a lower kind of vibe. But you need to remember who you are. I'm gonna go back over here to this crown. You need to put that crown on. You need to go into your hermit mode and make yourself a new crown. All right. I mean, easier for me to just say that like that. You know why this is easy for me to read this way? Because I am still holding on to this energy, and these messages that I'm getting, I'm feeling very non-emotional about them, because even though I'm going through so much of this you wouldn't even believe, like I'm taking this with me. I'm taking this energy with me, and I do believe that at the end of this all there's a strong spiritual guidance for you. So let's look again. What lies ahead for this person? What lies ahead? We've got, you know, some troubles. We've got sort of a forgotten power. We've got a need to go within and recuperate and gather your, build your crown back up. And we've got this, this feeling low, this feeling left behind, this feeling lack of something that you had. So like, let me just see what is, what lies ahead after all this. What lies ahead after this? What lies ahead for the Black Amethyst crew? What lies ahead? Ace of Wands. There comes that spark. There comes that spark. This is your new beginning. This is you taking action, making a plan, having a plan ready to go, like striking the match on the plan, like going for it. This is like moving forward. This is becoming creative again. This is the, look at all this color on this one, because over here we're seeing there's a little color here because it was the card that was explaining, goes along, like that was what was sort of blocked, was this beautiful manifestation energy. But here comes our color back up. What lies ahead for you is the passion, the ignition. This is the ignition. This is the strike of the match and the ready to go and the like renewed energy. I think if you get in there like you've been guided and remember who the fuck you are, this is coming back to you. This is coming back to you. It all comes in waves. If you're a creative person, which I think you may be, it'll be back. It'll be back. Your will always come back. We are creatures of earth. No matter where our spirits may have originated, and there are all kinds of theories around that, we are now here, earthlings. We are mammals, and we are primates, and we have sentient brains and bodies, and we are here with this, and it comes and goes. Like that desire and that will, for many of us, especially sensitive people, if you have any depth in your life and in your world and in your view, it's going to come and go. So it's coming back. You got it. You are royal. You are royalty. You're a leader. You might be down, but not for long. What's another message for this group from Spirit? What's something we need to look at? What do we need to look at? What do we need to look at? Two of Cups. We need to look at your love. We need to look at your, ooh. If you, okay, let's get clarification, okay? Two of Cups. If you're watching tarot readings, you probably know by now, Two of Cups it's that soul love, it's that spiritual love, it's that deep bond, it's that like give and take. Two people meant to find each other and be intertwined for usually more than just a good time, a long time. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the Two of Cups. What is it, Spirit? What is it? What do we need to know about this Two of Cups? Please tell me more. Please tell me more about this Two of Cups for the Black Amethyst people. What do we need to know about this Two of Cups? King of Pentacles. This is the stability partner. This is for you, someone coming in or back or staying around, depending on your situation. It is totally fair to say it could be a variety of situations. But here with this Two of Cups, I didn't put it in a time, but for asking about the Two of Cups and for me to receive this King of Pentacles, which, by the way, is Taurus energy, which is my home sun sign, I would like to say this is comfort. This is like leave it to a Taurus to be like, that's the love you want. Like, this is the one who's got your back. You understand? This is the one. The King of Pentacles, though, is somebody who's like the counterpart to your power duo. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are getting it done, you together. Like, this is a severe, serious, not just an upgrade. This is like premium. This is the top of the line partner, you know, for making life better than bearable. You know what I mean? So I see for you your counterpart showing up. Like I said, either taking your commitment that you already have to another level, or someone coming back into your life to step up to be that person, or someone that you haven't even met yet coming in. And it just depends on your situation. But, you know, king doesn't have to be a dude, doesn't have to be a male, just so you know. You know who's kind of got King of Pentacles energy? Beyonce. Whatever. I was just trying to think of a female off the top of my head who I felt had King of Pentacles energy. All right. Do we want to ask one more about that? Or do we want another question? Let's get another, I'm sorry, I just, like I said, like, it feels like there's probably some heaviness going on right now and coming up right now real soon. Like, there's a lot you gotta kind of like sort through, but it's really just real soon on the horizon. You're gonna be fine. And also, like, this is just so exciting to me. I'm taking all of my readings personally today. They're all for me as well. So I'm just glad to hear this. But yes, King, Crown. All right, let me do another message and just see what comes through. It doesn't. We don't have to stay with this question. I think it's explanatory. I think it's explained. What's another message? What's another message that you would like to share today with this Black Amethyst group? Another message from Goddess Mother. Queen of Swords. This is about your focus. This is about being strategic and methodical. This is about, it can be a cold energy, but what I'm seeing is pulling the strength of your mind back into balance. Can I get another card for this? What's this Queen of Swords message about specifically? Queen of Swords about. Page of Swords. Okay. You know, I see these two together a lot. I really see this as you being able to balance both, you know, a very strategic, methodical approach to things you want to get done. And, you know, if we had, I will say this Queen of Swords energy is speaking to me about this crown and about Morrigan, the Celtic warrior goddess. Makes a lot of sense. I think this is owning your power, owning, you know, this is regal to me. And the Page of Swords is keeping a piece of that inquisitive nature, that curiosity, that this is just keeping an element of that youthful desire to, stay physically strong. That's what I'm getting, that I just came out of nowhere. So I think this has to do both being swords, both being mental energy. I think there's just a balance here, speaking to a balance of, you know, Spirit's telling you, you are this royal, and you can be both on it and in charge and amazing, and just that, remember that Kate Blanchett Regal that I was talking about? I don't know. If you don't feel the way I do about her, then it's not going to make any sense. But I just see, I see the queen, you know what I'm saying? Like of a thing, like the queen of cool. Can I say that? And then in this page, though, is the more youthful side of, you know, that energy. It's another side of the energy that I think is in you, and it's okay to keep, and it's okay to express. So I'm just seeing, like, you know, be the grown up and be the forever child, like, and be, like, keep your curiosity alive, keep your desire to grow. Like I said, like we said over here, there was a real desire to grow. And an indestructible enlightenment with this Page of Swords. I forgot about these guys, some of these guys, but like, yeah, like, that resonates for me, this and this. This is just a real quest feeling, you know, like, don't give up the quest. There you go. Like, don't give up the quest for, you know, to maintain this enlightenment, and to sit in your power, and keep going. Let me get one from Spirit about your strengths, even though I feel that was a very telling read right there on your strength. I've been doing this for everyone, so I'll do it for you too. Message from Spirit about the strength of Black Amethyst group. These people in this group. What is your strength? What is your strength? What do you need to know? Strength. 7 of Wands. Okay, this is just, you know, you can handle oncoming adversity. You know what I mean? Like, this is often about, you know, confrontation and boundaries. And this is you being someone who is able to set realistic, totally fair boundaries for yourself, and to maintain them. This is a strength I see for you in this card. I see that when it comes to conflict in your life, when you are in a threatened position, which could go back up here to this, but I don't think necessarily, but like when you're in a, people may want to remove you from your throne. People may want to put you down. That's just the nature of how some people are. But like, you have a strength of being able to stand against that in beauty and grace. That's just the message I got. And I know, you know, you can't take every card literally. That's just, these are here as a tool for interpretation, right? All right, so I feel good for you. I feel like you're solid. I feel like you've got some really, really exciting love department stuff happening or coming. I feel like if you're feeling a little flat or down or lost at all, it's really coming back around really soon. And the advice is to just really get into taking care of yourself. Remember what I said about, like, how would a Virgo do it? If you don't know, you can probably Google it. I described some things. So yeah, remember your balance between being large and in charge, and also staying in touch with your, you know, your warrior spirit of of just like still wanting to grow and to keep going upward and inward. All right, so that's all I have here, and I really appreciate it. It's been quite a pleasure and an honor. All right,